gotten the hang of how to use my new capture card, and welcome to the first of hopefully many videos of my Animal Crossing content. I'm gonna go ahead and showcase our island for a sec, and then I'm gonna do a few hunts for a new villager. And I think after maybe like one or two, I'll probably call it a night. You have a meteor shower going on, and for anyone that doesn't know, you can't wish on a star. If you have something in your hands, you can put that away. I think one of the first challenges that I had in the game when I first started was catching all the fish for the first month of. Did we get the game? In March? First day it came out, yeah, back in March. If you ever watched Dunky's video, it took him like a few hours to catch a stringfish. That kind of pretty much happened with me with, I'm gonna butcher the name here, is it Poland? Pronounce it? It's an ancient looking fish that looks like a Pokemon. Coelacanth or something like that? Anyway, after we caught the fish, I kind of got bored of the game. I, did all the achievements, and then I decided, you know what? I want to make money, and I decided to make money through different methods. Eventually, I just ended up time traveling. We started the game without time traveling, and then I really wanted to get stuff done, and I'm not that patient, so without time traveling, this would have taken us maybe like a few days to get done. Oh look, a little present. But yeah, bridges, moving villagers, all that takes a day in real time. It's just the allure of being able to move out your villagers so easily with time traveling that I keep doing it. Like for example, we had Apollo. We had him for like maybe a day, and then decided to sell him on the Discord. We got like 35 Nook miles to get for it, so it's hard to kind of stop when I want to collect Raymond and all these other rare villagers. Actually, I can kind of show you who it is that we have. Now, we started the island with, I think, Cat and Curly, and these villagers that I didn't really get too attracted to. But I think the game operates in a way with the longer you have certain villagers on your island, the more you kind of get a little more fond of them, because by the end, I really did kind of feel like I had a connection with them. Even though that's just the game's algorithm, you could probably have the same connection with any other same type of character. I think my favorites are probably Coco and Fang as of right now, and Diana. Diana's definitely top, right up there. That's why she has her own little spot. I would love to get rid of Harry, but I think it reminds my girlfriend too much of her dad, so that's why we keep him here. I have all these money trees because I decided I'm going to do something with them around our island. What I've done so far is I've made a wedding area and a little area for our, plaza of shopping to the right where you saw Diana and Harry's homes. This is currently my home. I have set up currently the golden screen, and I decided to put a lot of green stuff against the wall for the feng shui because I am told it increases my luck. So as you can see here, I kind of overdid it with all the different green decorations. Yellow and red, I know they do something. I know yellow has to do something with bells. I forget what red does. But I also have a lucky cat. I stole it from my girlfriend's house after crafting for her because I'm currently looking for villagers. I'm hoping this gets me Raymond. But actually, I was able to find Diana with her account, which has a lot less feng shui than me. So I'm not really sure if it's as true in this game as it is for the previous ones. I am also very new to the series. This is my first time playing Animal Crossing. It's my first game, I should say. And this is currently my office. I've kind of just modeled it after modern Japan, like after World War II. I think that's the look I'm going for. In this case, can I close it? I can open it. Anyway, moving on. This is currently my bathroom. I am working on updating the flooring so it can show like a sauna where there's going to be wood flooring down here with the cloud. I got the idea from Reddit. This one, however, I got from our friend that we visited. She had sci-fi walls and I just fell in love with it. I just got it today, actually. Finally had enough crafting ingredients, was able to make it, combine it with this floor, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to do something eventually after I can find a place where to put all these extra DIYs. And I decided to find a room in the attic because I think there's more space up there. I am not one of those content creators that goes in and measures and knows how many squares this is. It just felt bigger, so I decided to put all my stuff up here. I have a little pet turtle. I haven't named him yet, but I'm thinking about the name Leonardo or Raphael. You know what? I'm naming him Raphael because I have a roommate named Rafi, and I also have this deep love for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I've always vibed with Raphael. Yeah, you know what? Your name's Rafi now. I've named my turtle Rafi. Earlier today, I was making a Nook Mile run, and someone wanted a dartboard, so I had to sell mine or trade it to her. She wanted to catalog it, but I just told her to keep it, and then I just ordered myself a new one using the handy-dandy Nook shopping app. After you buy or gift, I can't remember what it was, but after you use the kiosk inside of the city hall, town hall, whatever you want to call it. You'll get the app, and then you can just, instead of having to deal with the load time of going in and buying it from there, you can just check your phone. I find it convenient because then I can check my DIYs and what I can buy all in one place. This is an area I'm really proud of. It took really long to make, so I don't know if people that terraform are just really amazing at it, that do those really elaborate ones. I myself am just starting, so this is kind of what I have done so far. Let's check in on my favorite. I think she is my favorite villager. I just love her aesthetic. Look at her. She's so posh. And the way she talks to you, because she's, I think, what do you call it, a snub or snooty villager? I just love the way she, like, no doi. She said no doi again. I think that's her catchphrase. Another area that I'm really proud of. And I think if I can't find any villager that I really want within the 3 or short trip that I take, because it is actually 12 a.m. where I'm at right now, it's kind of late. But I'm really proud of this area right here. Our little wedding area. It's not fully finished yet, but I got the idea to put a wedding area because I wanted something original. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end up putting a moon back there because I'm modeling this scenery after something I saw on, I think, Reddit. It's just people that want to build their island, find ways to mold their creativity in the space that's given to them in this video game, and I really vibe with that. And this is Bo. I'm still debating whether or not I want to sell him or not. I don't like the idea of selling him because his aesthetic inside is just so cool. And plus, he goes with all the other gear we have on the island. Fauna, I think, is another top favorite. I've given her so much clothes, but you actually can't see what she looks like right now because of this ledge. I gave her that kimono. She looks so cute. And this game really does make you realize how cute the design is for these characters and everything. Sometime this week, I am going to be working on the house that we have right here. I plan on making a little moat around it, moving our 2 houses next to each other, and making 3 bridges that come across this. And again, if you are enjoying this content, let me know in the comments below. I did make videos of me living in Japan previously, but after moving back to the US, I felt just a little bit uninspired to kind of share what life is like back in the US, because if you follow any of the news reports, living under the circumstances that we have now, I didn't feel as inspired being back here as I did living abroad. So the content kind of just got away from me. I did record content. I do plan on eventually releasing videos of, you know, us being in, for example, a Southwest road trip that took us across Utah, Arizona, California, Nevada. I have content of, you know, the first day that Mako moved in with us. But, you know, I feel like I'm just more inspired to make this kind of content right now. And, you know, that's just kind of the content I want to make. And so that's what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and grab those Nook tickets, do a few island hops and see what we get, and then call it a night. Let's go see who we get on our first island tour, or our first mystery island visit. And I don't think I'm looking for anyone specific. What I tend to do is I look for people that, you know, catch my eye, or go for more than 20 plus Nook tickets. Sometimes I do the system wrong and, oh my god, it's Zucker! Wow. That, okay, I guess this, that kind of... Alright, you're moving in, Zucker. Wow. So, backstory, Zucker is the reason I started trading villagers. I really wanted him one day, and then he glitched out for me. I paid 15 Nook tickets for him, didn't manage to get him. I don't think the person knew either, because it was a glitch that happened after it was fixing another glitch. And it was pretty tragic because, you know, I was out with Nook tickets, I had a glitch spot, and at the time I didn't time travel, so that spot was kind of just stuck there for like 7 days until the new patch came out. And after that, I became a little bit apprehensive to trade with other people. I mean, I do it now, but I do it by asking, you know, if they move someone out via time travel or amiibo card, because that's important. If they move somebody out with an amiibo card, you may run into the glitch where they were supposed to go to the void, but they end up going to your village instead. And by doing so, you'll see them in boxes, which I did see initially. And let's just go and talk to him. Yes, Zucker. Hi. He's actually a lazy villager, which works perfectly because he vibes with 2 of the things I did most in Japan. Being lazy and eating takoyaki. Full time, yeah, come on. Wanna come to mine? Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so happy right now. Because I didn't want to pay 15 Nook tickets for him, because 1, I don't think I can find him for 15 anymore. And 2, I think people are asking for 40 or 50. So the fact that I got him for 1, I did it during this recording, and wow, it just all worked out. Oh yeah, I'll be waiting for you. And so yeah, long story short, I paid for him, didn't get him, waited a while, got a little bit scarred, and then ended up deciding to time travel to look for new villagers. And I wasn't specifically looking for him. I think I was at the beginning, and then I just found out that I came across these really cool villagers. I think like Diana was one of the first rare villagers, I think she's rare at least, that I came across. And the way you know if you are getting glitched out is if you are at someone's island, hopefully you ask them first when they're being honest, but if you want to double check for yourself, the forums, and what happened to me, so I can kind of verify this, is that when I was talking to Zucker, I had asked him to move, kind of like this dialogue. Imagine I was talking to Zucker on somebody's island and he was in boxes. And what happened was, he said, yes, I'll move after, you know, doing the thing where he talked to Tom Nook and said there's a spot. I talked to him again because I was scared and I didn't know how the game worked at the time because it was very early on. And so I talked to him again and I noticed that he had asked to move in again, and then he did that whole sequence where he talked to Tom Nook. And apparently if he does that, or if any villager does that, that means that you are probably in for the glitch. And the glitch is, again, it says I moved out on their house and they just don't show up, and you just have kind of like this spot that's in limbo. And what ends up happening, at least with, I think, what Nintendo decided to fix, is that to resolve that, they had to remove the spot completely, because technically the villager is in the void, and that's just kind of what happened. You can confirm if your new villager is here by going to their empty plot and seeing that it says soul. So that's your great indication to know that if you go to the next day that they're going to be here. So same thing if you were to go on someone else's island and see, you know, this sold sign when you come back to yours, it lets you know that, hey, that villager that you talked to on someone else's island is not coming to yours. And the next day when you either time travel forward or you legitimately wait for that next day, you'll see that new villager in boxes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wish on a few more stars, because I do need a couple of large star fragments to kind of craft more things. Before, the audio was, I think, at 50. I have it at 51 now. I think it also, I need to get used to, one, speaking slower, and two, finding the right pitch to speak at, because the mic can pick up volume if I speak a lot louder. I think if I speak at this volume, it'll be fine. But I did just remember that whenever you have a meteor shower, Celeste will show up at your island. And if you haven't already talked to her throughout the day, you can always visit her on someone else's island. And the thing is, once a day you can get a recipe from her. If she's not on your island, you can find someone and she'll give you a recipe. You can't do this more than once in a day. So if you really want to look for like the lunar chair, for example, or any other Celeste recipe, you can fast forward a day and then keep looking for an island that has her. But whenever you have a meteor shower, she will be on your island, and you are allowed to get a recipe from her once a day. So I'm going to go and do that right now. It's a starry wall. Between the both of us, it's actually really cool because we share an island, we get to experience like certain vendors together, and it's pretty beneficial because, for example, if Gulliver comes, we have double the opportunity to possibly get a pagoda or katanas or things like this. When Celeste comes to visit, we have the opportunity to actually, you know, get more than one moon recipe. Let's see if she's luckier than me. You got the galaxy Florin!
Yay! Did you put an ally on me?
I did put an ally on you. Wow, you can craft it yourself now.
Yay.
I guess that'll end it for our first video. Thanks for watching and for sticking with us and dealing with our crappy audio. At least the video turns out in 1080p. At least hopefully it does. But I hope you guys enjoyed this content. We'll definitely look to improve upon it as I go forward. And again, just thanks for sticking around.